Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with the final part of my Zodiac series, where I've been slowly going through and creating tiny homes based on all of the Zodiac signs, plus a bonus one. So this is the 13th tiny home I have created with this premise, and of course we are tackling Leo today as we are currently in Leo season, which runs from July 22nd to August 23rd, and it is the 5th sign of the Zodiac and represented by the lion. As a little disclaimer here that I have said in every video thus far in this series, which I will have linked down below if you'd like to see any of the other Zodiac signs, I would encourage you to check those out. But this is based on the stereotypical traits that are associated with each Zodiac sign. Not everyone is going to feel like they relate to those particular interests, hobbies, color schemes, just because you are part of that Zodiac sign. So please keep that in mind. It's just a really fun way to create some different homes in the game and get a concept for a specific sim. So without further ado, let's talk about Leo. I've gathered a variety of information from online, as well as talking to some Leos in my life and taking suggestions from y'all in the comments of previous videos. Thank you so much for all the suggestions through this series of things you would or would not like to see with each Zodiac sign, because I did take notes of those. So I will read you some of the things I grabbed offline, and then also some of the fun things that I wrote down that were specific suggestions. So I wrote down that the strengths that Leos have are they are creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, and humorous. They also like theater, taking holidays, being admired, expensive things, bright colors, and having fun with friends. I wrote down that they like to embrace their royal status. They are vivacious, theatrical, and passionate. And they love to bask in the spotlight and celebrate themselves, but they also are natural leaders and enjoy cultivating friendships and are very artistically and creatively inspired. So I wanted to keep all of that in mind. I didn't want to go over the top and make this like too gaudy or use a bunch of animal print like cheetah print and things like that, or because of, the lion, but I still wanted this to be a very happy, bright place, and I was thinking they probably do a lot of entertaining, and I also had a ton of suggestions from y'all to include sunflowers and places outside for them to like relax, and so I thought building a tiny house in a really beautiful sunny environment would be perfect, which is why we're building on this little island lot in Tartosa, which is the world that came with the My Wedding Stories game pack. So I thought that would be really, really nice here. And I also wanted to add some things for the sim to be a little bit more creative. So I do end up having a easel on the front porch, and I made the whole space kind of eclectic, or at least somewhat like maximalist in style when it comes to the interior. I wanted to have a lot of different colors and like pictures on the walls. And like this sim is just really into being creative and color and all of that. That was something that I read a lot of and was a lot of what I was suggested to do as well. So they are known for their ambition and determination, but they are celebrated for their remarkable bravery, which is really cool. They're also known for their natural leadership abilities, and I'm seeing more of creativity, self-confidence, dominance, strong presence, and they are capable of achieving anything they set their minds to in all aspects of their life. One thing that I didn't really include something for, but I feel like any kind of item could be used for this, other than there are a couple in game that would be specifically nice, which is Leos are constantly in search of self-awareness and personal growth. And when I read that, I was thinking it might be nice to add something from the Spa Day stuff pack and have either like a yoga mat or a meditation stool or something like that on this lot, but I completely forgot to add that, but that'd be a really easy thing to go ahead and grab. I did get a hot tub out here, which I think would be just so relaxing and lovely to use. I thought that would be a nice way for this sim to spend some time, whether they're on their own or entertaining their friends. I think this is a beautiful lot. You have the water all around you, but also having the hot tub, and I'm actually going to be adding a pool on this lot as well, which I think is a bit of fun. So we're moving the house over now so I can start working on that. But things that I wrote down from y'all included the colors are always associated as like gold, yellow, and orange, but not to go too heavy on that. And like jewel tones were also something to keep in mind. So I kept that in mind the whole time. I do use quite a bit of orange and yellow still, and heavily used sunflowers because so many of you told me to have that, as well as loungers in the sun. Either a sunroom or lots of windows. So I tried to have some big windows looking out. We also have a sunroof and this beautiful landscape around us. A bigger entertaining space. This is for a creative sim. Gold accents, not gaudy, but also no cheetah print or lions. And also to have mirrors and have the space be functional, but maybe a little bit eclectic or messy. So those were everything that I wrote down. Definitely let me know if you feel like you like how this build came out, if you relate to it, all of that. I'm always so nervous with these that they're not going to come out right, but I also have a lot of fun with them, and I feel like there's no right or wrong way to approach each of the zodiac signs because it's based on a set of traits that I find online. It's not necessarily supposed to represent every single person that falls under that zodiac sign. And I always mention that because I don't relate to mine, but I still created a really cool tiny house I felt for that one, which was Sagittarius. So anyway, the outside is really coming together now. We got a nice lounger in the pool. I also am getting some more landscaping. I had so much fun landscaping this lot. It's like kind of got its own little space that's enclosed around it. Like the plants are consuming this lot, if that makes sense, and so many sunflowers. I think they are so pretty. It's not a flower I use that often in The Sims, so it was fun to try and include more of those in this space. And I also have a yellow front door, which is kind of interesting. Once again, not an item I use that often. I do really like that door, though. I believe that is from the Laundry Day Stuff Pack. And then over here, I'm just trying to get some like gravel or stone flooring to put under this table to make it feel like a little bit more intentionally placed over there. But I really liked all of the rugs I placed down. I just thought they were a bit of fun and added some nice color. I also added this like little, I keep wanting to call it a barbecue, like fire pit over here for your Sims to roast marshmallows or fish or hot dogs or whatever you'd like, with a couple of benches at that, which I thought were perfect because they have the warm wood tone, but then the pillows were yellow and orange. I didn't go like super over the top with that, but as you can see, there's still quite a bit of it with the sunflowers, this yellow tree I placed down, and some of the other flowers throughout. But I still feel like the home has plenty of other colors, and you'll see more of that when we get to the interior, where I end up having like a blue rug in here, a red rug, like there's a lot of colors going on. And I think it looks really nice in the end. I'm really, really proud of this one. So I really hope it works out and you like it because this is the final one. And I know a lot of you have been waiting a year for this one. So I hope it lives up to it. I am so nervous about that, but I'm sure it'll be fine either way. It's always interesting to see everyone's feedback on this though. And actually, speaking of which, I don't think I'm going to start another series right away because I still do have my state series going on, which I'm currently working on a build for now. So hopefully that'll be out in the next week or so. But what sort of series would you like to see on the channel now that our Zodiac Tiny series is over? I would definitely be open to some suggestions for that because I think doing things like this is so much fun because you get so many fun concepts out of it. And this was like a regular thing for the last year. Once a month, there was a Zodiac build. And I think I'm going to miss that a little bit. And I know a lot of you are as well. So definitely let me know if you have any ideas of things you would like to see on the channel going forward now that one of our series is coming to an end. But yeah, this is the living room space. I decided to make it a little bit bigger by having a somewhat of a sectional. I have this beautiful couch from the Dream Home Decorator game pack. And then I got this gorgeous green wall over here. Oh my goodness. And then I also added this cluster of paintings from the Maximalist kit, the Decor in the Max kit, and that's also where our TV stand comes from. And I just really liked the colors I ended up with in here. I don't actually end up keeping the couch that pink color. It ends up being more of a gray in the end, but I do add a lot of colors into this space through other pieces. And I just think the whole overall color scheme is really fun, even though there are those touches of yellows and oranges, golds, and a lot of sunflowers. I still feel like I was able to achieve a really fun color scheme in here. And this is one of my favorite rugs in the game now. It's the newest one that we got with the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and I just think it is so pretty. And this coffee table, perfect. It's like a little side table that we got with the Courtyard Oasis kit, I'm pretty sure, and it's a gold top table, and it's just so pretty. So I thought that would be perfect for this space. I feel like there's some nice expensive items in here and a lot of gold accents, but it doesn't feel too gaudy in my opinion. I recently built a gaudy mansion too, so I feel like I'm very familiar with that at this point. If you haven't seen the mansion I created for Judith Ward from Get Famous, oh my gosh, please go watch that. That was such a fun build and so not my style. Oh my gosh, there was so much gold and marble and just, it was way too much. Very not me. Also a lot of pink. Anyway, this is just decorating the kitchen, getting some more clutter. I put some books up on top of the fridge. And then I also tucked the shelf under the cabinets here. I do that a lot. That is a shelf from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. And that's also where the cutting boards are from. I get asked that a lot, where those are from whenever I use them. So that is where they are from. And then I got some towels over here as well. I love the contrast of those towels against that wall color. It just looks so good in my opinion. And then just got some utensils over the stovetop. And then we should be grabbing a rug in here, which I ended up using this one from Laundry Day in this blue swatch. I think it is so pretty. I just think the whole color scheme in here is really fun. And I hope it represents this Zodiac sign pretty well. I did read lots of colorful, bright, happy colors. And so I mixed like the bright yellows with some other colors that aren't as bright, but still feel quite happy. And I also loved using jewel tones in here, primarily on that like, I don't even know what color to call it, wall, the like greenish, bluish walls that I have on either side of the home. I think it looks so nice. And then I added a bunch of travel paintings up here above our dining space, which I thought looked really cool as well. Maybe the sim does do a little bit of traveling, but also just it added to that look that I was going for of a little bit more of an eclectic space, a little bit more maximalist. So that is what I decided to do there. And then I ended up swapping out the decoration I have on the table over here and got the tray from Eco Lifestyle instead that has like some drinks on it to make it look like the sim was entertaining and had guests over. So that's what I did there. And then we are moving on into the bedroom, which has a lot of yellow curtains in it. But I don't think the room feels overwhelmingly yellow in the end, which I was quite happy about. So I just have this bed from Eco Lifestyle and I put a dresser next to it in a blue swatch from the Parenthood pack to really break up that yellow, and I scaled it down ever so slightly so it would fit into the space a little bit better. Speaking of which, whenever I scale items with Tool, they're gonna stay that way if you download them from the gallery. I get that question a lot if I post something on the gallery and I've messed around with a mod like Tool and resized it, if it's gonna revert back to normal in your game, and the answer is no. And the only time that would be different is in apartments if windows are deleted or added, since that is like not editable outside of using mods. Those things won't transfer over, but in any other build or stuff that isn't a window or a door on the exterior of a build in an apartment, those things will all stay exactly how I size them. Anyway, in the bedroom here, I also added this bookcase at the foot of the bed. It's kind of hovering above the bed, but I thought it looked nice there. You're probably not going to be able to actually access that. I just wanted it for decoration and to make this space look a little bit more full because it's kind of an awkward space. And then the last thing we're going to be doing before finishing up our landscaping is working on the bathroom. It's a 3x1. It's quite small. I didn't want to make this house any bigger than I already did. I was pretty close to the edge of the lot, and I just thought that this would be fine. I love the sink I used in here. It's from Jungle Adventure. It's not one I use very often, but I thought it looked really cool here, so that's what I did. And of course, I went with these yellow tiles in here as well, which are from they're from Growing Together. And I think they're really pretty. Like I said, there's a lot of yellow in this house, but I feel like it's not too over the top. It's not like bright yellow, and I don't know. I feel like it's a tasteful amount, but you can let me know. I think I broke it up quite nicely with those like bluish, greenish walls. And then I last minute added a pet feeder in here. This could be for a dog or a cat. I did not add a litter box, so I guess it's probably for a dog. You can add a litter box anywhere on this lot though and make that work. And I also added a cat bed or a small dog bed in here as well. I had considered a cat or a dog for a long time and wrote it down in my notes because There's something that translates in the Leo zodiac sign to have something to do with dogs, but then there's also the whole lion, and then I thought of cats, so I was like, you know what? Whoever downloads this, they can have whatever pet they'd like. I just added a couple of items for them, and then I also added this easel out front for your sim to do some artwork, and this is where I'm trying to figure out where to put the pet bed. And so I just kind of scooch everything over ever so slightly so we can fit that in there and still have your sims navigate around the space. And yeah, now we're finally finishing up some landscaping, getting more of these low-lying plants and lots of other flowers and longer grasses, and just trying to make it feel like it's finished, because I often have this problem where the front of the build looks like completely done, and then I realize the back of the build has no plants on it. So I was trying to do that, and I also realized I didn't have a trash can and all of that, so I decided it would look a little bit better if it felt like it was anchored in place with a fence. So I ended up using this fence that I also used on the porch to kind of separate that side of the lot, and then I'm adding some more plants over there and just trying to finish it off and make it feel complete, getting some more of those flowers and sunflowers. And ultimately, I think this lot just looks like so lush and overgrown and cozy and a nice entertaining spot for a Leo. So definitely let me know what you think of this build, what you've thought of this series. I am so sad it's coming to an end. It has been so much fun, but thank you so much for watching throughout it. And if you haven't, like I said, I will have a link down below to the full playlist if you'd like to see the other Zodiac tiny homes. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you have not already and you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you so very much for watching. Enjoy those screenshots, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.